Observation is step 1 of the scientific method. Okay. Experiment is step 4 of the scientific method. Gravity isn't a theory. There is the theory of gravity, which is, but gravity isn't a theory. Science can easily demonstrate that the Earth is a globe and that it rotates. All the evidence of
looking at the stars and the movements,
all the evidence of
using radar to measure the distance to the sun,
all the evidence of
everything that we can see, and for our science.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
What is energy? What is energy, Greg?
Work done. Well, mathematically, what do you want it to mean? What do you mean no one can define what energy is?
See how you're not able to define it? What is energy?
Energy is the amount of work done. It depends on the context that you want energy described.
What is the difference between an observation and an experiment?
An observation could be an experiment.
Craig, do you think math is descriptive or explanatory?
Well, before we get there, we'll talk about what you just said.
Have we measured the one-way speed of light?
Well, no, we can measure the return speed of light. It's fine. That's absolutely
yeah, so
valid.
Does the positive claim or the negative claim have the burden of proof, Craig?
In what context?
This is basic logic. You don't know? You don't know the answer?
It really does depend on the context. It's not always...
No, it doesn't. Is gravity a physical thing?
Gravity is something that can be measured.
Okay, I'll ask again. I don't know how you didn't answer. Is gravity a physical thing? Yes or no, Craig?
Gravity creates a physical force.
No, the Earth's surface, wait, hold on. You think the Earth's surface is neutral or is it negative to 500,000 coulombs? Yes or no?
That wasn't my question. You can't answer my question with a question. You do know that grounding is neutral.
Right?
Is the Earth's surface negative or positive, Craig? Answer the question.
You haven't answered any of mine, Caleb.
Negative or positively charged?
What's that got to do with grounding?
Holy shit. If you can't understand... Is the horizon apparent or is it geometric, Greg?
That's a question that's poorly formed. The horizon is a physical thing.
Would you admit that every single observation from the Earth, looking at the cosmic microwave background or the sky, suggests that we're at the center of all creation?
What's that got to do with the shape of the Earth?
What's the definition of geometric?
Why'd you just keep going off on these random tangents?
Yo, Craig, this is crazy because McToon can answer this question, but this is a complete death blow. Hey, I'm talking. Hey, buddy, I'm talking. Hey, just calm down, little buddy.
Keep going.
Okay, I will ask again, Craig, and we'll see everyone will watch you squirm. Is the horizon a geometric? Let me just define it for you. A physical location, or is it an apparent location that fluctuates based on temperature differentials and atmospheric conditions? Pick one of the two, Craig, or let's see you squirm.
You finished ranting?
He's done. You asked your question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the horizon is a physical thing.
So you're conceding that it's apparent, correct?
No, the horizon isn't apparent. The horizon is a physical thing. What we see is the light from the horizon traveling through changes its path.
I can't, dude, the amount of wizardry that you do to not answer questions is exactly, hey, I'm talking, buddy. Hey, I'm talking. No need to rage and cry. I'm talking. Let me get my point out. Let's make it simple. Is the Earth's spin on its axial rotation, is the actual rotation of the Earth inertial at all latitude and longitude lines?
Is the Earth's spin inertial at all? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
You should probably stop typing and listen to the conversation, Craig, so you could focus up.
You're cutting out for me. That's why I'm struggling to hear what you're saying.
It's not an independent reference frame if it's connected to the surface of the Earth, right?
What's your point here?
You don't understand the point?
What is this supposed to be? Debunking something or?
The Foucault's pendulum. It doesn't have an independent reference frame.
No, I mean, it's not supposed to. Its behavior illustrates the concept of a non-inertial reference frame in physics.
Is the Earth's axial rotation inertial?
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't it be?
So, if you can't measure an inertial system due to the laws of conservation of momentum, how can you claim that the Foucault's pendulum is measuring the Earth's rotation?
Well, the Earth's rotation is not literally an inertial reference frame, if that's what you mean. So this is what I mean. The way you're asking the questions doesn't make very much sense in the context of the things that you're saying them.
What's the definition of inertial?
The definition of inertial in what context?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, like
Are you
can't
joking?
just definition of a word. I mean, inertial can have many meaning. Again, like the way that you're phrasing all these questions is so backwards. It's very hard to understand what you're on about.
I'll put it simply. I get. You don't understand. I totally get it. You've been out of school for a couple of years. Let me explain it to you. I'm talking right now, Greg. Do we need to split it up into time intervals again, buddy?
We'll try to ask the question.
Not what you're saying, because you're not using like proper terms and context. You're just asking random that don't really have, proper answers in the context that you're asking.
I'll ask it again, Craig. Is the Earth's rotation specific to a coordinate system at each longitude and latitude line inertial relative to the observer at said longitude and latitude line? Is it unchanging or is it changing?
The Earth's rotation is not considered to be an inertial reference frame.
Are you joking?
I don't know what your problem is here.
So you think that
an inertial frame of reference is one in an object either remains at rest or continues to move at a constant velocity unless acted on by an external force. So the Earth's rotation, because it's rotating, there's, vectors accelerating, right?
No, it's inertial in your model. It's 15 degree sidereal rotation, right? That's why the stars move at 15 degrees, east to west, all of them, right?
Can I ask a question real quick, Craig? Do you have a chat group that you're looking at that are answering questions
what are you doing?
for you? Because that's a little bit...
Genuinely.
Someone pinged me on Discord to say that my audio was dodgy on the stream.
Okay.
And one of those sources, Caleb, was a satire article.
Is gravity a theory, Craig?
No, there is a theory of gravity.
I'm done, dude. How do we have a low pressure system next to a high pressure system, like our atmosphere, adjacent to each other, without a container?
We don't. That's a straw man.
We don't?
No, we don't.
What's happening then?
We have a gradient of pressure. That's it.
Show me a gradient of pressure of a pressurized system of gases and air without a container, Craig. Do you have one example of that?
Well, I've never said there's no container.
So you think there's a container to the Earth's atmosphere?
Well, everything is contained within the universe, and gravity specifically contains the Earth's atmosphere. Luckily for flat earthers, you guys get to pre-dismiss anything from space, which is very handy for you.
Because you can't have a vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr adjacent to a pressurized system. You can scream gradient as much as you want, but again, I'd love to see you show me a pressurized system of a gradient without a container. Do you have one example of that, Craig?
Again, I don't say there isn't a container. Gravity is a container. You keep strawmanning me.
Holy
right?
shit. Prove gravity is a physical container.
Gravity affects all mass.
That didn't answer the question. I'll ask again. Prove gravity is a physical container that contains gases. Go, Craig. That'll be awesome for you to do.
Gravity affects all, and again, science doesn't prove things, but gravity affects all mass.
Do you think that's answering the question which I'm asking you to substantiate? Do you genuinely think you're doing it right now?
Gravity affects all mass. It creates a force that's proportional to the product of two or more masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them.
Okay, nobody cares.
Calculations for mass to show that it is affected by gravity. If gravity affects gas, then that's exactly what happens. You would have to show that something else is creating the pressure gradient, because it matches the predictions of gravity. And what you are doing on the fallacy route is using the fallacy of specificity to get a specific thing that is outside of the realms of science.
Okay, so you can't substantiate that gravity is a physical container? Just yes or no?
Yeah, but I can. Every experiment for gravity, it does what we expect it to do. I'll just cite the gravity showing that mass attracts mass.
It does what we expect it to do, so just assume that it's a physical container. Incredible, Craig, honestly.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
Hold on, calm down, Craig. Before you rage, you're gonna get clipped. You're gonna get clipped.
There's no such thing as scientific proof. In science, there is no the concept of proof.
I don't believe in that. I think science does prove things.
I don't care what you believe, but there is no such thing as scientific proof. If
Cool.
you're trying to prove in science, then you're not doing science, you're doing pseudoscience. Fraction can make everything move, so there's no way to test it.
So it would be pseudoscience.
I understand that you've never studied physics. With all due respect, Caleb, I don't know if you've ever performed a scientific experiment. We don't see things.
Rage.
Point.
Rage.
Finish.
No one's raging at you, interrupting me whilst I'm trying to talk.
Okay, let's go.
Because that's another way flat earthers love to get over evidence.
Just
by
go.
Not letting
Go.
You can name space-time whatever you want. From now on, I'm going to call it Felicia. All right. All right. You're talking to someone who's done engineering, because I've got the internet and I can just look it up and show and get that information for you. And physics is about making assumptions, and science is about making assumptions and testing those assumptions through the hypothesis. I know that you don't like this, but that
It's not the scientific method. That's only 2 parts of the scientific method. You need to follow the entire thing, buddy.
Yes.
But
It's not assumed. The speed of light is about 180,000 miles a second.
have we measured the one-way speed of light?
We've measured the return speed of light. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. You don't think that measuring the one-way speed of light is important to claiming the speed of light, Craig? Seriously?
No, we can see how long it takes to get somewhere and back. There's no reason it would change. You would have to give a reason for the change in speed over distance. But anyway.
Incredible.
Anyway, you keep saying, I love that flat earthers constantly go, well, it's a fallacy, that's a fallacy, that's a fallacy. Are you aware of the fallacy, Caleb?
Everyone here was divinely created by an engineer to this universe. We are set at the center of all, from monkeys and lizards turning into humans. Everyone needs to realize that we occupy a special position in the universe, and the fact that the Earth is a level topographical plane, and we see orbs in the sky rotating around us, we are separate from them, there's no correlation to them, would suggest that we do have a divine creator, and that we should not even see atheism as a valid standpoint. Everybody should realize behind the cyclicalness of the cosmos, of the stars realigning every 365 days, the moon phasing every 28 days, the sun rising for 12 hours and setting for 12 hours, depending on where you live. Obviously, it's different, the amount of daylight and nighttime that you get. But the fact that everything that we see around us is completely cyclical, it suggests that we live in a low entropy universe and directly suggests the existence of a creator.
Science doesn't care about proof. No, science doesn't have proof. There's no such thing. No matter what you say, there is no such thing as scientific proof. These aren't just theories. I don't understand the question. I don't know how you would repeat the Big Bang.
I'm not capable of starting new universes yet.
And then we got Jinx. You have more. Giza Santu says, I was globe Earth my whole life until I saw Craig's arguments. Now I'm 100% flat.
Let's go!
Giza.
Yes!
That's brilliant. That's an episode of First Idiots just on its own. Thank you, Caleb.
Donde se pueda irme, el engaño fue impregnado en todos lados. En la escuela cuentan cuentos que inventa la elite Hollywood y Kubrick. El alunizaje fue montado, olvídate del espacio exterior. Se implantan en la imaginación imágenes a modo de